good at trying to win the ball back high up the pitch against Man City. Now, there's a few times Man City got out and it caused some issues with like Haaland having a 1-on-1 or a 2-on-1. But ultimately, it was actually a very risky play that worked in the end. They still created a lot, and Endo was very good at this. Him and McAllister and Szoboszlai actually worked a lot together in that midfield, pushing together. There's many times where all three of them would literally rush at the Manchester City midfielders or defenders on a specific side. And this is to do with the counter press and trying to win the ball back in any part of the pitch. And Endo is the one that is really physical in the challenge. Now, I think the other two midfielders also had a really good game, specifically McAllister, but Endo is that real one that's actually going to go and try and win the ball back. He doesn't care about having the ball in elevated positions to try and create chances. He'll let other people do that, and he'll give responsibility to other people around to maybe take the limelight in different ways. He will just do the dogged work in midfield, winning the ball back and passing it off to other people. And sometimes, specifically this Liverpool midfield, I think really needed that. A proper fighter in there just to win the ball back and not be so flashy on the ball. Quickly give it away to someone else who can maybe create more. And I think one of the best words to describe Endo as a player is he's just always aware. There's many times where the ball drops down in the midfield and he'll be the one sliding in, picking the ball up in great positions. Even in the box from a lot of corners, he often sat back post, but it got headed out to him and he's there clearing it or making a really good pass to get Liverpool on the break. And just being that aware is so important for a team like this. Having someone who's always locked in, always knows what he's doing, never losing the ball, never being complacent is really, really good. And it's one of the reasons why he's become a key player in this side. And in a game against a team specifically like Manchester City, where obviously they want to get their big creators on the ball like Foden, Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne, who obviously are very good dribblers, very good at all the technical side of the game, it's quite different for them to really get a physical player like Endo always being on them. There was many times where De Bruyne was getting visually frustrated with the fact that Endo was just coming hard at him, but it's not enough for a card. It's just perfectly enough to get a foul, though it's not in really a deep position for Man City. This just lets the player know that he's there, and Endo kept doing this that I thought was really, really good. He's winning the ball back in loads of different positions and physically empowering a lot of players, even at his stature. And that combined with the defensive output that he had in this game, with 6 recoveries, 9 defensive actions, 2 interceptions, 1 headed clearance and 2 normal clearances, it shows just what a beast he is becoming in that defense, and he is really running around everywhere. I'm not surprised by the 6 recoveries. He really picks up the ball in loads of different positions when it gets dropped down to him. In this game, he was dispossessed 0 times and made 3 passes into the final third, being really good passes and really helping the team get the attack. And when that's your deepest midfielder doing it, gives you more improvement on any player to help. And looking at his heat map from the game, you can just see how effective he was at going everywhere on the pitch. There's many patches that he was right side, left side, but often in that middle side of the pitch, he was a real dominant player and he really protected the back line, while also progressing it up that left side when he needed to, running into space and also helping the team with the gaps that would have been there. Now, one of my main questions was, can Endo and McAllister work together in a midfield? Because I thought they struggled in the past, but I think Liverpool have finally figured it out. They both need to do very much the same role, but McAllister plays a little bit more higher and they play a little bit of a double pivot because that suits McAllister next to a defensive-minded player. And there's also still question marks around Szoboszlai, if he really works with them, or maybe get someone like Curtis Jones when he comes back from injury, or when Elliott moved into it they looked a bit better. There's definitely question marks around Liverpool's midfield, but Endo has definitely improved everything. He's a brilliant player, and just for the money they spent on him, they deserve immense credit for picking him up. Of course, he is only 31 years old, so he might not last forever, but he's still a very good option that could end up winning Liverpool the league title this year.